And we are back. Thank you so much. Sorry about that. Hopefully that will not happen again. So let's continue on. Let's just wait till people have returned to the room. Hi, Cindy. You are here. Thank you so much for being back. All right, 1 second here. Okay. Yes. What's going on? Okay. So his general energies, we have the Magician reverse. We also have this King of Cups reverse. These are both cards indicative of someone who might be manipulative at this time or might be behaving manipulatively towards you. Furthermore, with his energy of the Magician reversed, it lends credence to two things. One, that he may be trying to, and when I say manipulate, I feel like it's not in the sense like he's doing things and lying. It's more like gaslighting, gatekeeping. I'm getting a lot of gaslighting energy here. Correct me if I'm wrong there. But also with the Magician reversed, it's also a sign that someone feels that the magic is kind of gone from a connection. Sorry, one moment here. His thoughts towards you, we have the King of Cups reversed. Again, with the manipulative energy, and again, I'm feeling like more like gaslighting energies here. Excuse me. Not being forthright with communication skills. And especially with this being the King of Cups, Cups being the realm of emotions, Cups being the realm of communication, I feel like he's either saying things that are untrue, possibly just to hurt you, and or like saying things that you said that you didn't say, that you know you didn't say, gaslighting. His feelings towards, we have the Three of Wands. Sorry. Three of Wands is about examining a situation. Patience, but it's also, the traditional artwork is somebody surveying their kingdom. They're on the top of a hilltop, or they're on their hillside, and they're surveying their kingdom, their land, what's before them. His feelings right now are he feels like he really needs to analyze, and both of you guys really need to analyze what the future of this connection is. The Three of Wands is about, yeah, looking into the future, not looking at the future per se, but walking into the future, taking the next step, analyzing what one's next steps are going to be. His intention, we have the Ten of Wands. Ten of Wands is burdens, hardships, heavy energy. And I don't know if he's going through something particularly difficult right now, and he's perhaps sharing some of those burdens with you. But ultimately, I feel like the energies do not look good here, love. I'm gonna be honest. Of course, I always am. Like if I got if this was something that I got for someone that I was dating, I it wouldn't please me. But at the same time, Spirit is also saying like to really observe his actions, his behavior, his communication right now. Because Spirit is letting you know they're not a fan of this guy. He's not a bad man per se. He's not right for you, is what they're saying long term. He intentionally would just bring you hardships if he hasn't already. You said it's been years, but there was 1 year off, so there was already difficulty there. But yeah, the energy that I'm getting predominantly is he's trying to take control. He's trying to take control. The Magician reversed, King of Cups reversed. That's somebody who is emotionally manipulative, possibly want things to come to an end, but on his terms, in the sense like he would still stay with you so long as he could like talk to other people. That's one example. That's just an example of what I'm trying to describe here. But I feel like it's like he doesn't want to end things completely. But he wants things on his terms. And I don't know if he's been this way with you for a while, but that's part of the manipulation. There's control here. And he definitely wants to be the one at the helm. He wants to be the one holding the reins. And he wants things on his terms. So, yeah, Spirit's definitely saying to, like, to really answer his behaviors right now, his communication, the past year that you guys have spent together. Is this something that I know that you really like him? I know that you have feelings for him, and is his behavior something that you would want to deal with and handle and for a long-term period? Because I mean, maybe I'm wrong, but I'm just that you are looking for a long-term partner. And it just, what I'm seeing here in the cards and what I'm seeing and hearing from Spirit is he's just going to get worse. And he's been demonstrating that over the past year, slowly but surely. I feel like things were really good at first, and this is kind of common. I feel like things were really good at first, but slowly, surely, we all have faults. We all have positive attributes and negative attributes, but I feel like the negative attributes, he was able to hide them for quite a long time, and they're like very vastly unfair towards you, and towards the connection. So and going back to your general energies with that Death reversed card, feeling a sense of stagnation, feeling like things aren't moving forward. I think you've hit the nail on the head there. I think there's something you're very observant. You're clearly analyzing things, and yeah, if things aren't moving forward, it's already been a year. You're very welcome, Cindy. You are very welcome. It's not an easy message to impart, and I feel for your situation. But yeah, Spirit, greetings from North Korea. Okay, all right. Yeah, Spirit, normally they'll Spirit won't always like say whether they give their blessing towards a person or not. But this time they really wanted me to let you know they don't give their blessing. He's not a bad man. He's just not the man for you, and they know the man for your King of Cups upright is for sure out there, and being in that place of stagnation could possibly prevent you from meeting your cups. So lots of analyzing to do here. Meditate on things. And much love and light to you. Thank you so much, Cindy. I really appreciate you. Yeah. And I don't know how old you are. I find that the older I get, it's like I can recognize that I really like someone, but then it's like, are they really husband material? Are they really even boyfriend material at the end of the day? love is very, relationships and romance are very confusing to say the very least, but yeah, much love and light to you, girl. Thank you. All right. We have Miss Natasha. Miss Natasha, thank you so much for your donation. You donated for a mini reading. I didn't see Natasha come back. Oops, and I am on the wrong. I am not on the right thing here. There's Natasha. All right, girl. Thanks so much for being here. Thank you for joining. And you are a Cancer. Okay. All right. What's Christian? He's a Pisces. Intentions. We have been off and on for a couple of months, but is he serious about starting a relationship with me? Okay. Okay. He's a Pisces and you're a Cancer. Okay. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What are Christian's intentions towards Natasha? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What are Christian's intentions towards Natasha? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What are Christian's intentions towards Natasha? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What are Christian's intentions towards Natasha? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What are Christian's intentions towards Natasha? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What are Christian's intentions towards Natasha? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What are Christian's intentions towards Natasha? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What are Christian's intentions towards Natasha? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What are Christian's intentions towards Natasha? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What are Christian's intentions towards Natasha? Okay, we have 8 of Cups, the Emperor, 2 of Wands, the World, and 9 of Wands reversed. Okay. We have some conflicting messages here, so I want to get some clarity. Give me just a quick moment here. Okay. Yeah, starting with this 8 of Cups. 8 of Cups is yes, it's a cup card, which is what we want to see when we're doing romance readings, because cups are the realm of emotions. But 8 of Cups is symbolic of moving on, moving away from somebody, walking away from somebody. And we have the World here as well, which is usually something coming to a close. I'm going to be honest. I'm always honest. I'm not going to mislead you or anything like that. But it's possible that he's thinking about bringing things to a close. With this 9 of Wands reversed, he's not. I don't know how, I think you mentioned off and on for a couple of months. Yeah, I don't think he's serious. I think I think he's on the, I'm gonna get to what I'm gonna get to. He's on the fence. We got the fence card, being on the fence card, 2 of Wands. Do you have any suspicions of him talking to another woman? And not multiple women, but one other woman. Because it's a choice between 2 here. He's because it's 2 of Wands is about making a decision between 2. And like I mentioned from the beginning, we have these conflicting energies. On one hand, we have the Eight of Cups and the World, which would indicate that something's coming to a close. I don't know, we dated once, but nothing serious. Like you just went on one date, or how long you dated for a couple months, or yeah, I think that he's torn between you and someone else, because we have this Emperor card here. This is a big deal. So he is looking for a serious relationship, and you are a contender, but I don't think that you're the only one who he's talking to. And I see that kind of, I don't want to say it's like loosey-goosey energy, but with this Nine of Wands reversed, it's like he's kind of letting his guard down when it comes to, actually, I know I want some clarity on this. That doesn't check out with the rest of things. It's like, because there's something about letting it. Okay. Yeah, not okay. I'm glad I looked at my little book there. Yeah, Nine of Wands reversed. I forgot about that definition. It can often be an indicator that one person is putting in all the work and another person isn't. There's an imbalance in energies being put into the connection. Doesn't mean that he's not interested in you. Like I said, I do see that there's, and I sense that there is interest in you, and something for potentially something serious. But I know this is a loaded statement to make, but I do think that he is talking to somebody else, and I think he likes them just as much as he likes you. And he's because Two of Wands is really about being on the fence, about making a decision, usually between two. So I don't know how often the two of you communicate. I know that you said you dated once and it wasn't that serious. I mean, ultimately, yeah, he is looking for something serious. One, I don't think he's looking to just mess around. But if he's not showing actions of moving forward in a way with you, I don't know. I feel like yeah, like it like, because Spirit is saying that he is looking for something serious, but you know, I don't know, and you said it wasn't serious when you guys dated, and I don't know how long you guys dated for, but he's on the fence. It's not an impossible possibility. It is possible. It's a possible possibility, but it's less likely than not. At least as things, where things stand right now, it's looking like he's pulling away energetically, a little bit. And again, I do think he is looking for something serious, and if that's the case, you know, he I think would be more intentional about his actions and communication with you. So, you know, I'm not going to tell you that things are completely over, because like I said, there's still some possibility, there's still some chance for sure. There's still affections. I can feel it in the energies. I see it in the cards. But I don't know. I would give it. I would put a time on this one. Again, I don't know how long you guys have been dating for. But I usually give it a 3-month timestamp. If I'm dating someone and I'm not seeing anything serious by at least 3 months, usually one. But if the latest 3 months, I still haven't. If I'm still not seeing action, or, you know, hearing any communication, then I kind of just, cut my losses. If they come back, they do. If they don't, they don't. But yeah, I think, and it doesn't have to be 3 months. That's just something that's just like my time frame. But you can give it longer. You can give it shorter. You can give it no time at all if you want. But that's what I would recommend is putting a timestamp on it, and definitely living your life. You guys aren't dating, so you're able to talk to other guys. You can go out and you can do whatever you want. Don't sell yourself short. Keep talking to people. We met only once from a dating site, but communication has always been off between us. Oh, okay. Yeah, it doesn't, I mean, communication's off from the beginning. That's not a good sign. If communication's off from the beginning, it's like, I don't want to say it's going to get worse if you guys were to date, but sounds like he's already not good at communication. And if he is good at communication, not communicating, what he's communicating, that he wants something serious. I mean, I always say love can make the most timid person move mountains. And if someone really wants to be with someone, they'll make the effort to try and make it happen usually. So yeah, if it was just one time off a dating site, I'm not so sure. I would definitely, I mean, if you're comfortable and if you feel comfortable doing so, I would still talk to other guys, if you're not doing so already. But yeah, it's even if people are bad at communication, they usually, if people want something, they usually do what they can to get it. Especially, when it comes to romance and men, if they really, really want it, they'll, even with women, we'll not, we don't like to pursue as much, not all of us, but men do, often. And, yeah, no, I would give it some, not too much time, definitely keep living your life and living your best life, doing you. And, yeah, it's, not an impossible possibility, but I think I know that he doesn't say you're a King of Cups, and I believe I know your King of Cups is out there, and yeah, but you clearly like him, so I would give it some time, but give it your own time frame, if you want, but yeah, that is what I am seeing there. Thank you very, very much, Natasha. I really, really appreciate you, and hope I brought you clarity there. And yeah, thank you very, very much. So I hit the ground running today. You're very welcome. You are very welcome, Natasha. Thank you. Yeah, I hit the ground running today. Went on a little later than I normally do. But hi, my name is Sophie. I am a friendly tarot reader. I can answer any and all questions with the exception of medical and or legal questions. I am also a psychic medium. I can communicate with those who have passed on. I can't absolutely everyone who has passed on, so I do, if that is something that you are interested in, please let me know, and I can check with Spirit and see if they are available to communicate with, and then we can go forward from there. I also offer, I have a variety of different, hi Christy, for after, is my Cash App working? My Cash App should be working. Because I got a donation from Cash App earlier. Did you send it to this one? Because I didn't receive anything. How are you doing, Christy? Hope you're well. Absolutely, Christy, no problem. No problem at all. there we go. Okay. Why is this? It's been a lot on. I'm going out of town this weekend, and how are you? I'm doing great. I've moved. I moved last weekend, and I just received your donation. Thank you so much, Christy. Yeah, I will read for you when I am done with my live stream. Thank you so much, sweetheart. Yes, I moved. I'm now living in the city. What is going on here? Sorry, one sec. And you're going out of town this weekend. That's exciting, Christy. Where are you going? I also provide soulmate confirmation. I have a variety of different. Oh, you're going to Houston. Oh my goodness. Gonna see. I'm assuming you're gonna see. Why am I blanking on his name? I'm so sorry. Yeah, please do. Please do. Um, Yes, I also offer soulmate confirmation readings. Those can be answered in a couple of two different ways, essentially. One is you can just ask your spirit guides, like, hey, is this person so and so's soulmate? Is it your soulmate? Um, and what purpose, if they are, what purpose do they serve in your life? Ask spirit's blessing. Do they give their blessing? Do they give their consent, their blessing to you and your connection with this person? And it doesn't have to be. Soulmates can be of any variety. We have multiple soulmates in our lives. They can be romantic, of course. They can be our little animal friends. They can be family members. They can be friends of ours. We have multiple soulmates. But yeah, that's how the soulmate confirmation readings. And if you are watching this live stream, please remember to click the like button. It really helps your girl out, and I really appreciate it. I also have been studying past life regression therapy since I was very young, and I have developed a version of past life regression therapy utilizing tarot and my connection with spirit, and it's always very fascinating. Yeah, past life readings are always incredibly interesting and very insightful, to know what your soul's tapestry is. Definitely brings a lot of gratitude to people's lives, and greater perspective to one's journey in life. Um, I also offer a lot of romance readings, and I offer a type of reading that's at no additional donation amount. Some of my clients call it the OG love reading. Some of them, I call it the TFI reading, and it answers 3 questions in one, and it can be done with a mini reading, a full, or an in-depth reading. And I ask what your person in question's thoughts, feelings, and intentions are towards you, in addition to your general energies and their general energies as well. Um, I also offer private readings. I offer 2 different types of private readings, as Christy just availed of. I offer them at no additional donation amount, offline, more for reasons of discretion, and convenience. If I'm not online and you have a question, I will get back to you as soon as you send your donation and your question. I can get back to you within a 24-hour turnaround. I can usually do it sooner than that, though, because I always have a deck of cards, usually more than one deck of cards on me. And yeah, you can do that when I'm not online and you have a question, or if there's something that you don't want to have discussed on my live stream. And those are done over on Instagram. I do them over voice memos, over DM. And everyone should go follow me on my Instagram. It's a great way to communicate with me offline. If you ever have any extra questions or need any extra clarity on any of your readings, you can always contact me on there, and I'm more than happy to help you. If you don't use social media, if you're not on social media, I also do them typed over email. I'm a very good writer. I love writing, so they're very thorough. But yes, I offer them as well over email. And then I also provide them one-on-one by appointment only, and it's great. I do it over Zoom, and it's just me and you, and we just ask as many questions as needed. I recommend it for everybody, really, because everybody's questions are always very complex, but especially if you're going through something majorly complex, like a very Ten of Wands type situation, that provides that you may need to write extra context or whatever, then I highly recommend that for sure. And there's no limit to the number of questions that I can answer for you, or the number of cards that we just get to the bottom of things. And if you end up needing more time, I can usually accommodate that. Schedule permitted, but that is something I highly recommend. And again, you can schedule that either over DMs on Instagram, or simply email me. And my email is posted with my private reading information, but I'll post it again. That is my email. All right, so we are all caught up with the donation queue, so the queue is open. So whoever makes a donation next will be next. Yeah, thank you so very much. Austin, how are you doing, my friend? Good to see you. How are you doing, Austin? Oh, good. Good to hear. Good to hear. Starting off the week right. Sorry, by the way, I'm sorry I haven't caught any of your lives recently. I saw you were online. I think the last time I saw you were online, I was at work, so I wasn't able to go on, but I will be catching one of your lives next for sure. And yeah, we once I get my new laptop, we need to do a collab. You did your tarot scopes. What are tarot scopes? Like is it like a horoscope tarot thing combination? Yeah, I actually don't know like yeah, now doing a collab is going to be a little more difficult. As you can see, I have a new setup. I moved and my laptop isn't broken, but it's really old, and the browser that I need to use to live stream in tandem with OBS is not working, so I need a new laptop. Horoscopes in tarot, very cool. I was doing that a little while. I'm thinking about doing that maybe for TikTok, getting started on TikTok with that. But yeah, for a while I was posting weekly tarot scopes. Not lives, but just regular, like, evergreen content. And then I noticed that it was like taking away all of my notifications, so I was like, like, I don't know if I want to continue doing it. And it was odd too because I didn't have a huge amount of viewership from them, but like there would be random ones where like one week I would do Pisces and like every other sign would have a viewership of maybe like 20 people or so, but then there'd be like one video where there were like 500 viewers. Like something slipped into the algorithm in some way. But yeah, no, those are cool. Yeah, they're surprisingly quite accurate. Because part of me is like, okay, well, you know, are consistencies in 20 views on it on the one that you did. I don't know exactly how many. I don't know if it was 20 or more. I don't know. I don't quite remember exactly. It was a while ago. Um, but yeah, part of me is like, well, you know, I do, you know, of course I believe in astrology and I believe that there are consistencies, you know, you know, with signs and what they're going through. A part of me also feels like it's also very generalist. Um, but yeah, no, people, it really resonated with a lot of people, so I was doing something right. Um, and yeah, no, there's some readers who I'll check mine out, that if you did one for Aquarius. Um, yeah, there's some readers. Actually, a lot of the readers that I see that do the tarot scopes are quite accurate. That's actually how I got into tarot on YouTube. This was like a year before COVID, and I got into tarot scopes. Um, and then live readings. I'm sure live readings were still happening on YouTube. I hadn't seen them. This was like 2019, 2018, 2018, I want to say. Um, Maybe live tarot readings at that time. but I never saw any. I started seeing them around COVID. But yeah, I would see a lot of, collective and stuff like that, that were remarkably accurate. There's one reader who I still really love. She's huge. She's got like 500,000 subscribers or something. Her name's like Zahara Stars. She's really good. Very good with those as well. The tarot scopes. First one I found was Tarot Oracle. Oh, that was the first reader that you found? Very cool. Yeah, the first reader I found was her, the one I just mentioned, Zahara Stars. Well, that's a very excellent excellent reader to start with. Tarot Oracle, very wise man, very good reader. Now there's not many online anymore. Yeah, he's not doing well. Dr. Mystical's not doing well. I still see some of the tarot readers that I first started seeing when I started. Like my friend Six of Swords Tarot is still on. Happily Ever After Tarot is still on. Luna Affinity. Those are all great readers. They still go on regularly, at least like three times a week. There's one, I don't know if you remember Tarot Chic, if you ever went to her channel or saw readings. But I haven't seen her in a long time. I don't know if in fact, I'm gonna double check. I don't know if she's still doing live readings on YouTube anymore. Geez, yeah, okay. I need to reach out to her on Instagram, because the last time she went live was 3 months ago. What I'm trying to get into is, especially with Halloween around the corner, is doing party events. I need to find a way to market that better. I've already put a couple of ads out. But yeah, that's something. Maybe that's what she's focusing on more now. That's why you came back. Yeah. I think some people, there's ebbs and flows, as having your own channel. There's ebbs and flows. Like, I keep track of, every single night that I go on, and there's some nights where it's very slow, some nights where it's crazy busy, and it's unpredictable. I go on around the same time every day, usually around 4 to 6 p.m. Pacific time. I've gone on in like the afternoons a few times, but it's not really when I'm like in the zone. But maybe I don't know, maybe more people would be available then, I'm not quite sure, but I tend to have more folks in the evenings. But yeah, there's a lot of variations, and I think with those variations sometimes, like I'll have weeks where it's like every single day is super busy, and then I'll have weeks where like it's consistently not. And then it goes back again, and it's about continuing, just keeping on going, making alterations, of course, changing things up, switching things around, offering new things. But continuing forth is an important one with YouTube channels, for sure. Because I think a lot of people give up when they don't see the result they want to see as quickly as they'd like to see them. Which I understand. I have 2 other jobs, so I'm in a position where I can do this. But if someone were like relying on this as like their only source of income, like good luck. Like definitely have to diversify. I mean, there are people who do this for their only source of income, but you know, either they usually diversify. Speaking of which, I think did I tell you that I got hired at Mystic Sense? I haven't, you know, honestly, I don't even know if I'm still hired with them. I haven't been on in like a month, and that also requires my laptop, which is on the fritz. Yeah, so I got hired. It's called mysticsense.com. It's a psychic network web. It's like the first one that comes up when you Google like psychic readings. And it pays decently, and there's no schedule. I mean, you can create a schedule. It's tough reading for people not live. People get very sassy when they don't see you. I offer video readings, audio, and typed. And the most common one is typed. And people don't see that I have to shuffle. And they think I'm wasting their time. I've had complaints about that because they pay by the second, which is very frustrating. They don't understand, like, I have to shuffle this. Also, I've had people just like, if they don't like the reading, they will tell me just straight up, like, that's not true. I'll be like, and it's always just like, you know, bummer readings, like, oh, he doesn't like you, or she doesn't want to talk to you, or your job, you're likely going to get fired, you know, bummer news. Always. I don't readings. I typically don't either. I know some people prefer to. I like typing them in email form, like when I have time to do it. But I don't like being rushed and having to type, especially when I had long nails. Like, it was very hard for me to type super fast. And then with the shuffling, they're not seeing it, and they don't know there's a process behind this that I can't stray from. It's going to give me the wrong cards. You know, I have a ritual, I have a process. And yeah, no, people are largely not understanding about that. Some negative reviews that I was not too pleased with, and like just crazy people on there. I mean, I don't know the mental health state of everyone on here, but I I don't encounter like crazy people. I think I've encountered like two unhinged people in the whole like almost 5 years I've been on this channel or had this channel. But there are some really hinged people on that site too. Like that will just go off the rails. Like, I will give just a reading, you know, like saying, "Hey, sorry, but you know, this is the news." And then they'll gaslight me. This happened too. They'll contradict. I'll be like, "But you said this, and now you're saying this to tell me that I'm wrong." Like, yeah, I wasn't a huge fan. I might go back on to make some extra money on the side. I don't know, but I don't know. I'm going for a mindfulness coaching certification. Oh, very cool. Very cool. Very cool. So you would be, yeah, a mindfulness coach. That's awesome. That's really cool. Um, yeah, I'm trying to think. I'm like, sorry, I'm like, how would I even go on Mystic Sense here? Oh yeah, I could just use my camera on here and type. But yeah, typing messages is hard. Giving readings in person is very difficult because then you see the emotions on people's faces. You know, you also more context, more back and forth. Expand my brand to wellness. Yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome. That's a really good idea. Being a mindfulness coach, sure they do well. For sure. That's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah, no, Mystic Sense was interesting. I've for a couple other websites, and Mystic Sense initially denied me, and it was clearly a bot that denied me. They said I didn't have enough education. I was like, I've read so many. I'm autodidactic. Like, tarot is self-taught. There is no college for tarot. There are certifications online, but they're bullshit. I went to a very good college. I am actually very well, like, traditionally educated. So for them to have that be their issue, I was just like, it didn't make any sense. And then I got an email in my spam like 2 weeks later from the hiring manager saying like, no, you're like precisely the type of person we want on here. I'm like, really? Like after being on here, I was like, I don't know. It sounds like and I have seen some YouTubers on there too, but it sounds like they want a lot of people pleasers. I don't know. My tarot mentor told me to be a professional astrologer and tarot practitioner. That's that's really cool. Well, isn't that what's the difference between a tarot reader and a tarot practitioner? I mean, I know what professional astrologers are. I don't know what that requires, if that's just autodidactic as well, or if that requires some kind of certification. I could definitely do that. I mean, that's part of what I do. Same thing. Okay. Well, that's cool. I went to one of those wellness markets in the month, and they had sound bath meditations and vinyasa yoga. Oh, very cool. That's awesome. Yeah, I should go to more of those kind of events. Good for marketing and networking too. I plan on vending my readings there end of the year. Yeah, that's a good idea. yeah, like crystal fairs, wellness fairs. I've even seen tarot readers at farmers markets. I've seen them at bars. I've seen them all over the place. And so I really need to, like, get out there like on foot and just be like, "Hey," cuz I just moved to the city. So there's more options and things for me to do and places for me to go and opportunities to diversify. And yeah, I just have to get creative with my marketing. Oh, that's cool. I have a couple of different tarot cloths. I'm using a new one. Um, Actually, I have three. Yeah, no, I have three. I have a few. Um, Using a new one. Y'all can't see it. You could at first when I had my setup when I first moved in here, and then my laptop went kaput. But yeah, no, I should probably get a new fresh one as well. What does it look like? Oh, cool. Yeah, I have one that's astrology themed. The one I was using for like the past few years, actually. I haven't really switched it up too much. God, I think at this point I have like 32 different tarot decks and only three different tarot cloths. And yeah, I have some tapestries that I'm gonna like pin behind me once I get some push pins, which I don't have currently at this time. Um, but yeah, no, the last one that I had that I was using, regularly, in my old studio, my old place, that was astrology themed. It had the wheel, um, of all of the zodiac signs. It was cool. It was cool. What color is it? Oh, that's totally on for you. You know, I don't know if your set's still like that purple kind of like light color that it used to be. Um, but that's totally on brand for you. Yeah. Yeah, right, for sure. You took the words out of my mouth, for sure. Yeah, totally. Trying to think of what would be like most on brand for me. Probably something kitschy in some way. I don't know. Jessica, hey girly pop, how you doing? Good to see you. I'm doing great. Since we last spoke, I think since we last spoke, I don't know. I mean, it's not decorated yet, but I've moved. Um, yeah, I've moved, I've settled in, and I did have my setup like with my card, like the first time I went live here, like I still have my microphone stand like with my camera, and then my laptop went like on the fritz, and I need a new one. Um, yeah, so that's fun. But I needed one anyway, so it's not that big of a deal. I just hope that that's the Salulu, and well, more to the point, I hope that I can like install everything and like aptly and figure it out.
But yeah, no, I have moved and settled in and doing great. How are you doing, love? Yes, I'm really liking it. I'm really liking it. I moved to the city. It's nice being back in the city. Um, there's so much more to do. Yeah, it's good. Overall, you're good. Trucking along for sure, for sure. Yeah, yep, yeah. I'm glad to be as someone who has moved frequently yourself. I'm sure you understand the relief that I have that I am settled in. Oh, you did? Well, you did. Thank you so much, girl. Donation. I know it really can be, but change is always good too, you know? New environment, always good. All right. Yeah, change of scenery, always good. Um, like I said, being back in the city is good. Definitely remember all the stressors now, parking being a big one. Does Patrick feel bad for not staying longer at the fair with me? Okay. Angels, Messengers, Spirit Guides, does Patrick feel badly for not staying at the fair with Jessica longer? Angels, Messengers, and Spirit Guides, does Patrick feel badly for not staying with Jessica at the fair longer with her? Angels, Messengers, and Spirit Guides, does Patrick feel badly about not spending more time with her at the fair? Angels, Messengers, and Spirit Guides, does Patrick feel badly about not spending more time with Jessica? Angels, Messengers, and Spirit Guides, does Patrick feel badly about not spending more time with Jessica at the fair? Angels, Messengers, and Spirit Guides, does Patrick feel badly about not spending more time with Jessica at the fair? Angels, Messengers, and Spirit Guides, does Patrick feel badly about not spending more time with Jessica at the fair? Angels, Messengers, and Spirit Guides, does Patrick feel badly about not spending more time with Jessica at the fair? Angels, Messengers, and Spirit Guides, feel badly about not spending more time with Jessica at the fair? Angels, Messengers, and Spirit Guides, does Patrick feel badly about not spending more time with Jessica at the fair? Oh man, parking enforcement can suck an egg. Yeah, for real, girl. For real. I have a parking permit, so we're all kosher, and I have a spot out front, but like it's first come first serve, and there's two other people who live here who drive, so we have 9 of cups, but I have the spot, so that's nice. Page of Pentacles reversed, 3 of Pentacles, the Hangman reversed, and Ace of Wands. Yeah, he does. He does. He does feel badly. Did he give you a reason as to why he didn't spend as long as he did with you at the fair? Um because yeah, Ace of Wands is a yes card for me always. Thumbs up or thumbs down. And yeah, he does feel badly. Um he no, he just seemed rushed and impatient. Yeah, I feel like he wasn't he wasn't feeling it. He wasn't feeling it. Which still isn't fair to you. It was you and him time, and I don't know if and when we were leaving, he turned and walked another direction to stall, and he kept going and left me. Oh. Yeah, no, yeah, he was being selfish. I will say I'm quite surprised by his behavior, and I'm not judging, but that's what I'm seeing here with this 9 of Cups and 3 of Pentacles. He wanted things his way. He wanted things to work his way with this 3 of Pentacles, and he wanted his variation of satisfaction here. he wanted, you know, to time, or he wasn't having a good time there. Do I think it had something to do with you in particular? No, I don't. But I think that there, I don't know if he's working a whole lot. I know I'm not making excuses for him at all. I don't know if he's been working more than normal with this Page of Pentacles reversed, but when one is working more than, working quite a bit, you're beholden to, you know, I don't know how many bosses or supervisors he has, but you are beholden to at least your company that you work for. And it, you know, prevents him from doing a lot of the things that he wants to do, like spending time the way he wants to spend it. Feels like it's not in his own hands with this Page of Pentacles reversed. And he's feeling particularly stuck with Hangman reversed. While he does feel badly, not really working more hours right now. Is there more pressure, or because there's something about pressure, feeling like he doesn't have a hold on things and doesn't have a lot of say nor agency or sovereignty in a lot of the things that he has to do, or I hate to put it that way, but the things that he does, the things that are required of him. Yeah, more pressure. Yeah. He's definitely, and I also see that with this Three of Pentacles too. It's like he's always, when he's working, he's always having to cooperate with his coworkers, and his, you know, his employees, his bosses, etc. And he kind of just felt like they're having issues, and he even forwarded me an email where his boss was being stern with him. Yeah, yeah. So he's like particularly beholden right now to outside forces. And I'm not making excuses for him. Again, he does indeed feel badly. I wish he would I wish he would say something. I wish he would communicate that. You know, that would be nice. Which he's not. He came to me, you know, and asked me. The answer is yes. He does feel bad. He recognizes that that was not the right behavior. But it was, and he recognize. I do think he recognizes that this is that this was selfish. That this was on his. Um, it was not fair to you. Um, it simply wasn't fair to you. Um, but he had kind of like really like had it, in terms of being there. And again, I'm not feeling, I don't feel like this has anything to do with you. I don't feel like this is anything that you said or didn't say or did or didn't do. I don't feel like this is a you thing. I think this is definitely more a thing that's going on with him. And again, I am not making excuses for him, like at all. This is not the right behavior, as even I think he recognizes this is not the right behavior. Right behavior. And at the very least, he owes you an apology here, I feel, if he hasn't given you one already. Um, you know, that's just my little humble opinion there. But yeah, no, he feels badly. He hasn't. Yeah. Yeah, no, that's not cool. He really does need to make amends here in some way. That was really not fair to you. And I don't know if it's worse or better, but he is cognizant of it. He is like, he does recognize that this was not a kind thing to do. Um, you know, this was not a chill thing to do. And I don't know how you guys are communicating right now, if it's really awkward or stilted. But I always thought he was a good communicator. I always assumed he was a good communicator. But I don't know, it sounds like at this time, not so much. Yeah. I'm really sorry, Jessica. I can't apologize on behalf of him, but obviously I truly hope that he makes amends to you and rights his wrongs here. It's just not cool, as you know, and you deserve better treatment, kinder treatment than that. So, yeah, that seeing Jessica. He is, but after his defensiveness wears off. Yeah, yeah. And that's, I mean, again, I'm not making excuses for him, but that's also that Page of Pentacles reversed, you know? He's feeling really control in his life, and he's trying to, like, gain some kind of control, and no excuse, it's still to make it okay. You're very welcome, Jessica. Thank you, love. I appreciate you, and I'm sorry that happened, and I really hope he makes amends soon and significantly, because you definitely deserve it. That's really unkind. It's not cool. And it's, yeah, he recognizes, because he feels badly, but you know, he's not doing anything. But all right, so I have been on for 2 hours now, so I'm gonna do a last call for all donations. If you have a question, now would be your time to ask. Let me know. Just send your donation, and I am more than happy to read for you tonight. But it is last call for any and all donations tonight. Thank you. Last call for any and all donations. If you have a question that you would like me to answer, now would be the time to send your donation, and I am very happy to read for you. Last call for all donations tonight. Thank you. I got myself an astrology tapestry too. Oh, cool. Is that like to hang behind you? Because I definitely need one of those. Like a wall tapestry. Very cool. Yeah, I definitely need one of those. For sure. All right, looks like everybody is happy and taken care of. I will be on again tomorrow night. I used it to cover a window. Cool. Very cool. Very cool. All right. Thank you so much for being here, Austin. I'll try my very best to catch you on your next live, and I will see y'all likely tomorrow.